that spiritual awakening for you going today? Does life feel like everything is in dismay? Let's take a little check-in. I'm not going to tell you anything you don't already know. This is just confirmation of what you're going through to let you know that you're not crazy, you're not going crazy, you're not having a nervous breakdown. It's a spiritual awakening. Oh, what's the first card out? It's a bit windy here. Everything is blowing around in life right now. We have air energy in the wind, but it also can be, you don't have to be an air element or dealing with an air element. This could also just mean intelligence, communication, and ideas. The things are blowing around, and that's why we pulled the air. You may have some great ideas coming to you, even though you feel like everything is blowing around. The awakening that you're going through at this time has a lot to do with actually accepting and learning the lessons in your life. Because when you actually take the lesson, instead of just being sad and then being in despair and not really sitting and looking at things and learning what was the lesson behind this, when you do that, this is part of your spiritual awakening when you're doing that, because what you do is it helps your soul ascend. It's like leveling up in a video game, okay? That means your soul has leveled up. When you come back down, if you come back down next time, your spirit into your meat suit for your next cycle, maybe you won't have to learn that lesson again. Or maybe because you learned it in the level up means you get to go do the next layer of things, which may not be coming back to the earthly realm, which some of us hope we don't have to do this shit again. Look at all the knowledge that you've gained from sitting back and learning while you're doing this shadow work at this time, okay? Pay attention to the knowledge you're gaining as you're learning these lessons. And as you're doing that, you are manifesting. Let's see what this is. How you're going to manifest something. What is it you're manifesting? What do we need to know about the manifesting? Okay, so spiritual awakening, death and rebirth. When you get the death card, it does not mean dying. It just means like the shedding of the old and bringing in the new. You're shedding off a layer of skin like a snake, and then you have your new skin on because of these lessons you've learned, the knowledge that you have gained. We're still talking about the manifesting. What are you going to manifest? What is it you're manifesting? Well, you're being guided to do yoga at this time. Yoga is not just stretching, it is a spiritual connection exercise as well. And we have strength. Maybe you're manifesting the strength to just get through absolutely anything and everything. What else do we need to know? I'm very curious. Okay, so with you accepting these lessons and learning from them, gaining the knowledge, the strength that you are embracing is making you rise like a phoenix, okay? What else do we need to see? What else do we need to know? That was a confirmation on the whole phoenix thing. You are feeling, or going to feel, quite enlightened because of the lessons that you have learned. The path that this life has taken you on, it's not been easy. Especially if you're doing spiritual work, you tend to get even more tested, okay? Just keep paying attention to the numbers, okay? To the signs and synchronicities that Spirit is sending to you. Numbers are very significant in this reading, 5 and 7 in particular. This is all about fear, okay? Fear is the trap of the ego, and that is a part of this lesson that you're learning today. Okay, what is the end of this? With what you're doing and with what you're learning, you are healing generational trauma. We do have a lot of emotions and creativity coming from this, and it's making you much more intuitive, like you are listening to your intuition. And you could also be a water sign. So we have water and air signs on the table. Maybe, one thing's in your north node. I'm not all that great at that part of stuff. But your soul is integrating with this life lesson and life purpose that you are here. You've been searching for the truth of things. You may be praying for a reunion because of this desire You're being guided to journal and find a mentor or a teacher or a guide to help you through as you go through all this spiritual awakening, okay? And that is the message of the day. You are manifesting to get through this. Learn the lesson. Have the strength. Find what it is whatever it is that you're desiring. You're going to manifest it. You're also going to be strong AF because you are rising like the phoenix. You got the strength card, which is a lion, which is a Leo, which is also a fire sign. But you are gaining the knowledge because you're learning from the lessons. So congratulations. I'm sorry it's been so painful and life has been hard. I know it hasn't been easy. But as we learn our lessons and just keep going through life, keep getting up and keep trying every day, you will win in every way. I love you so much. Keep going.